And we are live again. This is show 5.
We're on 5.
And we have a name, we have a title for the show finally, which is Mother and Son. Mother and Son make sense out of nonsense, plus more.
Plus more.
Plus
I like
more.
it. That's I would say it's still a working title, but I like how it sounds right now. It feels right to me.
I love how it sounds. Now, question, can you hear the blowers outside?
No, I can't.
Okay, good. So there's a new gardener he was supposed to start tomorrow, but apparently he's starting today. When the blowers are so loud and I can hear them, but if you can't hear them, that's fine.
Yeah, I can't. And sometimes the blowers, outside noise these days don't get picked up by the phones, the computers. So that's good.
Perfect. Now, I know this is a conversation between you and I, but I am going to say like and subscribe. Oh no. Okay, that's that. Over. I was wondering if that was the one that took you over the edge, and I guessed right, but Jimmy crack corn and
unfortunately, you don't care.
Fortunately, I don't care.
Well, this is why there's 2 of us. There's you and then there's me.
And
you get to do you and I get to do me, and then we get to do it how we do it together and get a whole combination of things.
I love how you did this.
Yes.
It
just came so early. It just, yeah, I didn't even really have a chance to settle in.
Well, whose fault was that? This one, you said earlier, you said you wanted to start early and warm up and talk, and then it's 10 minutes before the show and you're MIA.
And we're up here. We were here before the show. And we were here before the show, but there wasn't a lot to be said, apparently. But anyways.
And so on and so on.
You know, now that you mention it, I do hope that leaf blower starts blowing loud enough to cover up whatever you're about to say.
And I love your comment, and I'm not going to take it personally.
Please, I was just about to say, no offense.
No offense taken. and that is key. Not being offended or not taking anything personally. I remember I used to take most of the things that you said or didn't say personally. And
yeah, same.
Of the past now. Scratch that. I'm not saying that I'm 100%, but I definitely, your behavior, what you do, what you say, what you don't say, you've helped me get over that just by being you. One of the things for me, Nathan, because I do love you to the ultimate, I want what you want.
Something that came to me, you were just saying, not taking it personally. We talk about humpback man, hunchback. It's got a hump.
What about him?
Well, if I have a humpback and I want you to have a hump too, if I'm feeling bad, I want you to feel bad. I do want you to take it personally.
So I just want to explain. So the question is, what does the man with the hump in his back want more than anything else?
Other than to get rid of the hump in his back.
But the answer is he doesn't want to get rid of the hump in his back.
Oh.
Because the addiction there is an addiction to feeling bad. And I remember someone told me, she said, I was addicted to feeling sad. So there is an addiction to feeling bad. There's an addiction want drama, addiction to needing to be right, an addiction to taking things personally. But back to what you said with the humpback man, there are people that are addicted to feeling bad, and that is a state. And I'm going to say, I had an addiction to arguing, to lack of peace. I wasn't comfortable with peace for a long time.
Yeah, addiction to anything, state of mind, what I'm used to. Anyway, with you not taking it personally, if I'm trying to give my hump to you and it's not working, that doesn't work for me either. So it has this double way of affecting me too. And I want to, can I jump in? This is one thing I wanted to talk about that I learned from our last show. And it is because we talked about, okay, we're just going to start doing the show, going to see how it goes, stay consistent. I mean, these aren't the exact words, but just to keep going with whatever it you know, learn along the way, get the good camera, all that stuff, learn along the way. So I know that intellectually. And then last show, I was feeling something was off for me. I don't know how to say it without saying it sorry, but I was
triggered, button pushed.
Yeah, trigger, button push, an adjustment, something about it. And we finished the show, and then my thoughts were focused on the hump that I had. And I thought I needed to talk about it and fix it. And it was just focused on the hump. And then when I started thinking about what am I going to call you when we talk, what are we going to talk about? And I thought, let me try to focus on neck. And I do hear a little bit. I do hear that leaf blower a little bit. But it's faint. It's very faint. So I said, what do I want to talk to you about? And what became clear to me is I want to talk to you about the next show. Let's talk about, we already did the show. Let's talk about what we want to do for the next one. So for me, it's just thinking about it in solution context, in next moment context, not, oh yeah, what happened last time and what you said and what I said and what I was feeling. I mean, I could do a little bit of that as a breakdown reflection, but it really, really, really helped me. And I thought about, and I'll wrap it up soon, but I thought about what's the most important thing? And the most important thing is I want to do this with you. And I believe that we can do it. I like doing it. And I want to continue doing it. That's the most important thing. And then we had a good conversation of what we're going to try, maybe try a different title, maybe try a different way of interacting, just moving forward energy. Because I thought, that last thing I'll say is I thought with you, I have a tendency to just, well, there's a bump or there's something off and I'm just going to stop. Or I'm going to be so upset about it and I'm going to focus so much on that rather than because I can work, I feel like I work really, really well with you. And the last thing that it taught me is anybody I work with, there's going to be bumps. Any project, anything.
Well, what you're saying, and because I am going to wrap it up. What you're saying is Meaning, next topic. What you're saying is triggers. I like to use triggers. I mean, that's real. Bump, triggers, bump. What else? Triggers, buttons pushed, triggers. My triggers are my responsibility. My buttons pushed are my responsibility, but I definitely like us. We had a business meeting, and it wasn't about, like you said, it wasn't about going over what happened. It's about insights, your insights, my insights, and putting this thing together. I mean, we're building the ship as we go. So putting it together, and it was very productive. And it is very productive because, and I'm glad you didn't go rehash, because I'm not a rehasher. I'm not gonna, I rehash unless, okay, difficulty, and then mom push this button and not that button. But as far as rehashing a moment, I just, I'm, it just feels so foreign, whatever. It just feels so, it's against my. So anyway, next topic. I was going to ask you, because one of the things we talked about is sharing some weekly lessons or weekly, daily insights. In fact, the show Insights, Inspiration, Education, and entertaining, but the show, I had an insight, a personal insight, and I've told you about it. This moving into this house, and there's all, my ego just does not want to get settled. My ego wants to find something wrong. I mean, find something wrong, find everything wrong, including the water spots on the kitchen, in the kitchen sink. So this sink is high maintenance. I picked out high maintenance sink. So if you don't wipe it down, there's going to have water spots on it. And there's also, let me just show you. There's also this nice little thing. I love this thing. I love this. It goes on top of the sink, and this has water spots too. So I'm just fussing. I'm fussing, and I'm saying, now these water spots, blah. And I'm just really bothered by the water spots on in the sink and on that little holder. And then, thank God, with grace or whatever the universe hit me with, and I was really overwhelmed. You can't learn to love the water spots. You don't find any beauty in water spots. And it just broke me down, Nathan. I just started crying. Find the beauty in water spots. The answer, no, I couldn't. But I'm over looking at water spots and thinking that that's a problem.
That's big. Really big. It reminds me of the fireplace.
Yeah, we talked about that already.
Yeah.
So the thing is, and it's just the truth for me. And I need, scratch that. I am open to asking you for another perspective, because sometimes if I don't have another perspective, if I can't come up with another perspective because my ego does not want me to come up with another perspective, I need assistance coming up with more than one perspective. And luckily, the universe gave me that. What's wrong with water spots? You can't see beauty in it. But yeah, hating the floors, you can't. But and the thing is, this is the truth. If I'm here, if there are water spots, if I'm looking at this floor and I don't like this floor, or I'm looking at the fireplace and I don't like the fireplace, I need to find another perspective. Period. That's the solution to everything for me. That's the solution. And whether it's a human perspective, more than likely, or a universal perspective, I practice finding another perspective. And if that was taught, now I'm talking to audience, but if that was taught, there'd be a lot less suffering on this suffering, my perspective.
Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I have a little shoulder blade strain, little muscle strain, which happens from time to time. Not often recently, but it did happen 2 days ago. And I'm not exactly sure what happened. It could be working out too much, not stretching, the way I slept. I don't know, but it's it's like tilting my neck to the side. It's just tight. My back's just tight. So when you're talking about having another perspective, it's coming. It's coming today. Yesterday, I felt very, very victimized by my situation. And yeah. And worried it's just gonna get worse. And just it's bad. It's really bad. It's gonna get worse. And I just can't. I have this one perspective, and that's it. And then then I took a bath, which felt really nice. And I thought maybe I could get a different pillow. Maybe I get a different mattress. Maybe this is the universe's way of, because this one woman told me in class, because I told her very briefly about it. And she said, maybe you slept wrong. She doesn't even know me. And I brushed it off as a flippant comment, but the later I thought about it, maybe that's a message from the universe. Maybe it is my sleep. Maybe it has nothing to do with working. Maybe it's an invitation for a new bed. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, that's another perspective. And the thought of getting a new mattress or new pillow sounds great. And I'm listening to you with a new perspective. I just, if I called you yesterday and I said I have this strain and my neck is tight, and you said, well, you should be grateful for your tight neck, I would come over there and strangle your neck. So I'm just feeling out. I'm ready for my new perspective when I'm ready, but not until I'm ready.
That's a good point. Things happen when they're ready. But would you like me to share what I do when I have a neck pull or
Yeah, please.
inner thigh strain,
Yes,
or hip problem? And in fact, believe it or not, I'm going to find out if I need hip replacement on the other side. The hip replacement that I got on that side, it feels so good. It's solid. I mean, it feels so different than this real hip.
wow.
Yeah, it just feels so good. And I wish my other hip felt that good. Okay, so there. Anyway, but back to, I mean, this is years of neck, upper back, inner thigh, whatever physical pain or discomfort I'm in. For me, the focus on it, the thinking about it, the babying it, all of that just adds to, for me, I'm just talking about me, it just adds to it adds more focus to the problem. It doesn't have a solution. I mean, I've had a stiff neck, I don't know, for decades, and you don't think I've tried different pillows, all of that. And so the conclusion for me is what I always say. This is about anything. The universe says, well, if you're going to have a stiff neck for the rest of your life, or if you're going to have an inner thigh, or if your hip's going to bother you for the rest of your life, are you telling me you can't vibrate contentment? Are you telling me you can't be happy? Are you telling me that that's going to be a problem? If this is going to be your life for the rest of it. This is going to be the way it is. You're going to have this pain. You have to live with this pain. I said, okay, I'm fine with the pain. I'm good. I can do the stiff neck and contentment. I'll be okay. And for me, I definitely understand the trying certain things so it will go away. But if it goes away, fine. And if it doesn't go away, that's fine too. I am over trying to instantly change something that my ego views as an unwanted moment.
Yeah, well, that's going to inner journey, inner solution, not outer solution.
I think it's always an inner solution.
Right.
And gradually the outer just falls, but for me, it's always an inner solution.
I just heard this similar thing this morning too about it being inner solution, always inner solution first. Yeah, we'll see, because I definitely believe that inner solution has to be there, and I am curious about outer something outer, and I also don't know. I'm thinking, my mind thinks, oh, well, it's this one thing that I did, or it's this one solution. And it really, it could be none of those things. It could just be a chemical, who knows?
Exactly.
Yeah. So just trust. But one of my takeaways from these last couple days was, be open to listening to the universe, what it's telling me, even if it's through some stranger at the gym, through you right now on this call. Just listen. Just keep listening, keep staying open, rather than listening to my mathematical mind trying to come up with all these reasons and stories. Let me listen outwardly.
I've got something, and you're not going to like this. Yeah, you only to drink. Whatever is happening is supposed to be happening.
I don't like it, and I'm going to hang up on you right now.
But that's it.
Well, that's right.
If it's happening, it's supposed to be happening.
Well, I like, if it's happening, it is happening.
Same thing. It's a little different, though, isn't it?
It is a little different.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You definitely, if it's happening, I'm going to use the word "supposed to be happening," and that's just out in nature. There's nothing in nature that isn't supposed to be happening. All of nature is in some kind of order, and yeah. So what's the difference between nature and humans? Oh, humans, it's not supposed to be happening. Anyway, that's my take, and I love that you wanted to come and attack me.
I don't need to attack you.
Oh.
But I do, but that word feels like it's got a little bit of a meaning, a little bit of a story to it, that I want to just let go of that supposed to, but it does have a tone that's helpful too, of there is an order to this. It's just subtleties.
Well, look at Earth, the way Earth was formed. Meteors crashing into it, frozen over for billions, millions of years. Dinosaurs come. Dinosaurs are extinguished. All of that was supposed to happen. it had to happen even for humans to even be here. So all of it was supposed to happen the way it happened. I just like to look to nature.
I like to look to nature too.
So what else is going on?
What else is going on? Well, what are some mother son? I'm thinking mother son stuff.
Oh,
What else is going on? Anything from our visit? Well, not
no,
really. No.
we already talked about that.
Yeah. Well, what's going on today?
What's going on today? Shower, gardener, finishing the back cover of my book.
Oh, the back cover with that little blurb and on the back.
The whole thing, the whole back cover. You know how you open a book and then the back of the book is, it has a whole thing. So that's when I finished today. Oh, okay. This is what happened today too. I'm suing Sean Tanko in civil court, and he filed a motion to dismiss my lawsuit, and the motion to dismiss my lawsuit was granted. So legally, my lawsuit is I don't have it now, but I talked to the attorney, and we're going to appeal. We're going to appeal that decision that the motion to dismiss was granted. We are going to appeal it. So that's the latest. And it's funny. Before, when I would get news like that, news that's not in my favor, or news that's not on my side, or news that my ego would judge as bad news, it's just another bit of news. And the truth for me, Nathan, the truth is, if whatever is happening with this, me and Sean Tanko and this lawsuit, and the motion to dismiss was granted, and now there's going to be appeal, I'm good. I'm not getting wrapped up into any kind of story anymore. I'm not getting wrapped up into a future. I just, it is what it is, and that's it, with no story. I've let go. Talk about let go of the steering wheel. I am not driving. I don't even have a vehicle to drive, and I'm so into just, okay, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. And that's that. I mean, that was just today. And it wasn't, this is the first time, because there's been different decisions about that case. Yeah, but today, I'm so through with it. I'm so through with tagging on, or lingering, or having residuals from any kind of decision or anything. I'm done with residuals. Residuals are stories. Residuals are judgments, conclusions. No, done.
I'm going to be talking to somebody I'm getting to know about doing spiritual work together. But we don't know if this is going to work with me and this person. And in my mind, I have an idea of, well, I do want to work with this person. I think we're a good fit. I think I have a lot to learn. I think I can see the future with this. And then the response that I got when I asked today, the response that I got when I asked was, yes, let's have a chat and see if it's in their words, to see if it's in God's will for us to work together. And I said, okay. And I like that. I said, I like that a lot because it's actually not my preference or their preference. It's if the universe is down for us to work together. And it just reminds me of what you're talking about. It's just taking my preference out, taking my idea of the future out. Oh, well, this is how it should go so that I can feel okay. I really don't need to be attached to any of that. And it just relaxes me getting on this call later because I don't feel like I need to fight for my preference. I'm just seeing is the universe's flow. That seems so easy to me. And then I'm not setting myself up for disappointment, for celebrating if it goes a certain way. I was thinking about these cats. I've had them now, I think 6-7 months, and they maybe not, yeah. And they've changed. Their behavior changes. One of them meows a lot and the other one didn't. Now this one meows a lot and the other one doesn't. One of them was more affectionate with me, then now the other one's more affectionate. They keep changing. And it just reminds me that it keeps changing. And well, I want this one to be more affectionate. Well, she will be. And then this one won't be. So just release, 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 let go of the steering wheel, let go, let go, let go. And this reminded me when I heard your story about it sounded like a detachment from the outcome, detachment from preferences, detachment from, you said, your way, or when it looks like it's not going your way, all of that.
And the other thing I want to say when you're talking about, this person, whoever you want to work with, and God's will, and it may be God's will for 3 days.
Right.
And
That's
it may
right.
be God's will for 1 week, and it may be God's will for 1 year, and then it's over. See, it's being able, for me, it's being able to let go of everything other than the present moment. I'm not. There's people that I've been introduced to. It feels, but it could blow up. It could blow up tomorrow. So it's not grabbing onto anything, not a thought about it, not a story about it, not a future about it. No, it's moment in the moment living, only living in the moment. And that's where I'm doing from here until doomsday, until the end. Doomsday. I'm here until the end, only in the moment. So say I sign a contract. Yeah, even a contract, that's only good until the contract isn't good.
Get it?
You get it? Yeah, this future, I'm done. I'm done with the future because I lived my whole life like that. 68, future, over it, totally.
Are you feeling any New Year's 2024 new vibes? No.
I'm feeling, you know what I feel, Nathan? I feel a inspired pushing. I feel like the universe is doing this to me, but very gently and very slowly. It just very gently, very slowly. Just a little push. Things are just coming, and I'm not, very little. So I'm okay with the pushing, and see where it goes. And scratch that, see where it goes. I'm just being pushed. I can feel it. And that's that. No story.
Yeah, I can relate to that. And I also relate to being here, right now. That's my intention today. Be right here.
And that's where you is.
And that's where I am, and that's that.
And that's that. Got anything else?
No, I don't. I just wanted to share that solution, focusing on solution, moving forward, being in the moment, and just listening. Those are my three things. Yeah.
And I'm going to say that, I'm just going to say for me, you said listening. Yeah, listening or feeling out my intuition, feeling out my intuition, feeling.
Yeah, I don't, and that's not, I don't even know what word to use. Listening, feeling, curious, receptive,
Yeah,
all
open.
those, open, in the moment. Yeah.
In the moment. And that's what, and that's my practice now. My practice is, okay, that's a story, and you know what you can do with your stories. I'm telling you, I'm emptying in my head. I'm practicing emptying. Well, it's not empty. It's not empty, but I definitely don't give it any kind of power, focus, or legitimacy. Mm-mm. No, you're not. Your story is not, no. It's mm-mm.
And I do feel better about my stiffness, that part, my shoulders, just giving myself permission to not focus on it, just to keep on keeping on, and just, yeah, because you said it quickly, but you said babying it, and that's another way I can focus on it too. Get the heat pad, get the cooling pad, get the bath, get the this, get the that, and that's all focus. It's too much. It's just too much. So I feel good about. I feel like something was let go of, talking to you and listening to you with that. Just, it will change, and it, like you said, if it doesn't, then I have some accepting to do. Addiction to drama, addiction to up and down, it here and then it goes away. Let's get addicted to the moment. Let's get addicted to acceptance. Let's get addicted to peace.
Let's get addicted to surrendering.
Yes.
Let's get addicted to trusting.
Yes.
Let's get addicted to practicing new perspectives.
Yeah, I'm addicted to putting my shoulders down.
I'm addicted.
I can't stop. I can't stop putting my shoulders down, down, down,
down, down,
down,
down, down, down,
down.
down. You got to turn your head to the side. I have to turn my head to the side.
Like a little tilt. Well, my head's already tilted.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Is it tilted?
Well, can you see it's to the side, my neck?
Well, now that you say that, but if you hadn't said that, I wouldn't have noticed anything.
In my driver's license picture, my neck is to the side because I was tight getting that picture taken.
Really?
Yes.
That's funny.
It is funny. It's a good reminder. I'm doing this in my picture.
That's really funny.
Lord have mercy.
I was doing this.
Well, you do.
Yeah. Anyway.
All
well,
right.
I got it. I would like more jokes, but
well, you can try to be more funny next time.
I will. With this new format, it's hard. All right. Well, that's the end of today.
It was much harder last time.
Not for me. And that's who I'm focused on, is me. All right. So our show, Mother and Son Talking Sense About, Mother and Son making sense out of nonsense, plus more.
Yeah, we did the making sense. We just need more nonsense.
Yes, a lot more nonsense, because I almost fell asleep in the whole on the show.
Oh, that's too bad.
1, 2, 3, stare out. I won.
I thought you weren't gonna laugh at first. Okay, so now you're ready to laugh.
Yeah, I won. I always win.
Well, you do win most of the time, that's for sure.
Yes, yes. All right. I
All
love
right.
you and I
I love
like
you too. I like you too.
and until next week, mother and son making sense out of nonsense.
Nonsense plus more.
We'll see what happens next week.
All right.
If nobody's listening, I understand.